Silence. Not the awkward silence when you don't know what to say, not the elevator silence, not the silence after a bad joke. I'm talking about the silence that remains when you turn everything off. No music, no notifications, no opinions pulling on you, no audience, no performance. Most people can't stand that silence, because in that silence, they finally hear themselves, and what they hear is not always comfortable. So they fill the space, they talk, they scroll, they react, they explain, they argue, they chase the last word. But real strength is not volume. Real strength is stability, the ability to stay calm when the world tries to move you. Here's the truth most people never train. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is discipline. Discipline is not motivation. Discipline is a decision you make in the exact moment you want to react, and you don't. The world trains you to be an impulse. Answer now, defend yourself now, prove yourself now, win the argument now. But a warrior does not spend energy on every battle. A warrior chooses. The first sign of inner power is this: you can stay quiet while someone tries to pull you out of your balance. Someone provokes you, someone disrespects you, someone sends a message designed to burn, and you feel it. Your chest tightens, your jaw locks, your stomach turns, your body wants a reaction, your ego wants proof, and you choose silence, not because you have nothing to say, but because you understand that every word has a price. A word can steal your peace, a word can steal your focus, a word can steal your whole day. Silence protects your energy, and silence exposes weak games, especially online. Someone comments to get a reaction. Someone insults you to pull you down to their level. Someone demands an explanation you don't owe. If you answer instantly, they win, because they controlled your attention. But if you stay quiet, you break the pattern. You keep your mind. You keep your direction. Silence is how you refuse to be owned. People confuse silence with weakness. They assume that if you don't respond, you lost. But silence is not surrender. Silence is controlled power. When you are quiet, you observe. You collect information. You see patterns. You notice tone. You notice timing. You notice what is not being said. While others speak to feel important, you stay quiet to stay precise. Remember this sentence: if you can control your tongue, you can control your life, because the tongue is only the surface. Under it is the mind. Under the mind is emotion. Under emotion is habit. If you can't stop a sentence, you won't be able to stop an impulse. Look around. How many people explode over small things? How many people type long messages to explain themselves? How many people argue just to avoid silence? That is not strength. That is insecurity wearing the mask of pride. Silence is a mirror. In silence you see what moves you, what triggers you, what scares you, what you are still attached to. That is why silence is uncomfortable, because it shows you the truth, and truth demands responsibility. If you want to become someone who is difficult to break, train silence. Not as an aesthetic, not as a pose, as a skill. Silence is not only not talking. Silence is how you walk through pressure, how you carry criticism, how you handle disrespect, how you handle rejection, how you handle being misunderstood. Here is what it looks like in real life. When someone criticizes you, you don't defend yourself immediately. You breathe. You let the words land. You listen, then you speak. You don't need to answer fast. You need to answer clean. When someone disrespects you, you don't give a speech. You don't negotiate your value. You set a boundary, quietly, clearly, without drama. Silence says, I will not trade my dignity for a moment. When your day goes wrong, you don't complain. You don't spread frustration. You do what must be done. That is silence. That is discipline. Imagine a person who does not react to provocation, a person who does not need to prove anything, a person who does not speak just to fill space. That person has weight. Their presence is felt, not because they are loud, because they are steady. Silence is power, because it is rare. Most people are addicted to reaction. They need the quick reply, the quick comment, the quick win, the quick validation. But you do the opposite. You pause, you choose, you control. Rule number 1, don't respond from emotion, respond from purpose. Emotion is a moment, purpose is a direction. When you respond from emotion, you often regret it. When you respond from purpose, you respect yourself later. Rule number 2, don't explain yourself to people who don't want to understand. Some people want your words so they can twist them. Some people want your reaction so they can control you. So don't give them material. Don't give them energy. Don't give them access. Silence is a locked door. Rule number 3, silence is the start of control. When you are silent, you gain time. When you gain time, you gain choice. When you gain choice, you gain power. Power lives in the space between impulse and action. Now, here is the training. Simple, but not easy. Next time you feel the urge to justify yourself, stay quiet for 10 seconds. Next time you feel the urge to win the argument, stay quiet for 10 seconds. Next time you feel the urge to prove who you are, stay quiet for 10 seconds. Those 10 seconds give you control back. They break the automatic behavior. They create space. And in that space, strength is born. Silence also trains patience, because when you stop talking, you start hearing details. You hear tone, you hear hesitation, you hear hidden intention. Most people listen to reply. You listen to understand. Then you see patterns. You see who speaks to manipulate. You see who speaks to hide insecurity. You see who speaks to get your reaction. And when they don't get it, they lose control. That is why people hate your calm, because calm is a wall. They can't enter, they can't move you. They will try, with provocation, with jokes, with pressure, with traps. You don't have to follow. Your job is not to be understood by everyone. Your job is to be stable. Stable when others shake, stable when they test you, stable when they doubt you. Silence builds identity, because identity is not what you say you are. Identity is what you do when nobody is watching. So build a ritual every day, 10 minutes without noise, no phone, no music, no talking. Sit, breathe, watch your thoughts, don't chase them, don't run. The first days will feel uncomfortable. Your mind will search for escape. It will say, this is boring. It will say, do something. That is the addiction to stimulation. Don't feed it. And then something changes. You start to feel calm as strength. You start to feel focus as sharpness. You start to feel that you don't need to prove anything. And you notice something else. Most people are loud, not because they are powerful, because they are unsettled. You won't need to be loud, because your control will speak. Your calm becomes your signature. People feel it before you speak. Not fear, not aggression. Control. And control is what separates the ones who talk from the ones who move in silence and still win. Remember this. Silence is not absence. Silence is presence. Presence that says, I choose, I decide. I don't sell myself for a moment. So when the world tries to drag you into chaos, return to one thing, a breath, a look, silence, and then do what must be done, without noise, without drama, without explanation. Be calm, be cold, be stable, and let the world be loud.